see, so I didn't blow any deer out. I bumped some deer off the other end of the food plot. And when I got down here to the blind, I crawled into the blind. I could hear deer running back and forth. It honestly sounded like a buck chasing a doe. They just running and crashing, like they weren't blowing or anything, just back and forth, back and forth. So, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't bugger them up too bad and they come slipping back through here. And I'm able to get an arrow on one of them. Like I said, it's my favorite couple days to hunt right here, so I'm gonna sit back here and be quiet. See what happens. Y'all follow along as I pursue the dream. I got a good feeling it's gonna happen today. Matt. Matt. I say it's a biggin. It's a biggin. Like 125 probably. This deer's a stud. Oh my God. He broke the arrow off and it was a pass through. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, please let me get that deer. Did I tell y'all October 22nd is the day? That dude was at 5 yards. The doe was at 5 yards and she could tell something wasn't right. Oh. I saw this 6-point this morning. I don't even know if I got him on camera. He was running around chasing a doe and he had a doe locked down in this there's two little bee thickets right here with a road through it. And he had her locked down in there and I don't even know where they went, honestly. I just kept hearing something behind the blind, and there's a doe standing here. I mean, that's how close she is. And this big buck is right here. And I'm looking at him through this. And I could tell he's a monster. I could tell. So they eased on out here. Here's my broadhead and my arrow right here. Oh, he was right here. This is where I found my broadhead and my arrow. So here's my broadhead. I picked it up. Oh, dead meat. Missing a blade. But right there, he's standing right here, which is like 28, 29 yards. I put that 30, buried it right on the bottom of his chest and let her eat. Well, he broke the arrow. Oh, there's a little bit of blood. There's blood this way. Right here, and then going this way I could see blood. We lost blood right here, like literally right here. We lost blood. Couldn't find any more blood. He made it 5 yards. Well, we circled around and found it. We circled around to here. Uh-oh, we got a leaker, boys. He turned and went up through here. Ugh. And I know I lost a blade on this broadhead. But, hello. I mean, that ain't hard to find. I apologize a little bit that he's not on camera. But only a very little bit. Never seen this deer before. No idea where he came from. I know where he's going to spend the rest of his days. He's got this cool, like, I don't know, Trying to be a unicorn point. That is the biggest deer I've ever killed with my bow. That's the biggest deer I've ever killed in the state of Florida. Big bladed. Just beautiful. Smoked it. Sorry it wasn't on camera, boys. I was worried that it was low. Right through the shoulder, bottom of the shoulder, bottom of his chest. Pursue the dream. Maybe we'll get it on camera next time, but we got one. October 22nd. It has been slow, I would say. Saw some deer last night. No bucks, really. There was a buck coming right at dark, but wasn't a big deer. And this morning I had a little 6-point come through and chasing a doe, and they got out of there and nothing I wanted to shoot, and just sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard something coming, and I had a feeling that it was the deer that I'd already seen come through. They'd snuck around behind me, and I thought they were going to come out to my east and work around to the north, and all of a sudden I looked up and this is what I saw coming to the south and west. So I had the camera facing the wrong way, and they were on top of me. He was like 8 to 10 yards from me, and I knew I could see this side, and I just knew he was a big deer. And I messed with the camera a little bit, but the doe was kind of onto me, and I left it alone, and he walked out there 30 yards, and I was at full draw, and he just was giving me a quarter away, and I just didn't feel real comfortable with it. And she come back around, working between me and the big oak tree he was standing by, and he turned broadside, and I put it right there on the bottom of his shoulder, and I squeezed. I saw him break the arrow, and then he just stood there like nothing happened, and I was sick. I thought I'd messed up, and he turned and left, and I could see the other side, and I could see that it was a good pass through, but it was really low, and I was worried. But he didn't even make it. He was 80, 90 yards from the ground blind and piled up. And once we got on the blood and got out of the grass where it was wet and some of this red grass that you can see around us, it was pouring, and it was easy to find him. And here he lays, October 22nd. I didn't get it on film, and I hate that, but it was just too much to risk. This is my biggest bow buck ever, anywhere, and biggest buck I've ever killed in the state of Florida. So excited. So breaking a 4-year drought, this darting, I've had it, and I just haven't been able to get with it, and we got him this morning. Biggest buck ever, and I'm so excited. I'm glad this is the one that broke the ice. Hopefully we keep it rolling. I'm pumped. I'm freaking pumped.